Hey guys, Martyr here with my first ever Q&A video answering all the questions that you guys submitted on my 500 subscriber video. I just want to say big thank you to all of you who submitted a question. I really freaking appreciate it, guys. We got a lot of freaking cool questions right here that we're trying to answer as quickly as possible, not to make this video too long, guys. So thank you very much for submitting questions. Without further ado, let's start answering some questions. First question up is from Fable Fox. Will you make any new types of videos slash walkthroughs, reviews, etc.? Yes, I would like to make some new video types. I've been talking actually for quite about it for a while now. Is I would love to make movie reviews or like a TV, like talk about TV shows. I think it'd be really kind of cool to talk about that thing. But here's the thing: is that I'm not sure I want to do that here on this channel. I feel very weird about doing it here on my channel. Yes, this is my channel, but mostly I do game stuff here. I don't want to confuse viewers, so I've been battling internally if I just want to make a new channel for that, or do I just want to start a new playlist for that. But I would really, really like to do some sort of movie review, talk about shows maybe. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Plus, I have a lot of opinion on movies and reviews and TV shows. But yeah, we're doing also different kinds of videos in general. I mean, I brought back Fun Facts back recently, which was a little thing we did for indie views, where I included little information about developers of the games, etc., etc. But any type of new type of videos as far as Let's Plays and all that stuff goes, I mean, I did a lot of experiments. I did Kickstarter Love. I did requested games, and those didn't do as well as my normal indie views and my indie games of the weeks. So, I mean, I'm always looking to try something new, but not that I have anything in mind right now. That could change in a day when I get sudden inspiration. Who knows? Kim asks, what is the best indie game you have played? Oh my goodness, that is a hard question. There's so many great indie games out there, it's hard to choose just one. I mean, you got Rogue Legacy, FTL, Limbo, To the Moon. These are games that all I really loved playing. But I'm a sucker for kind of a happy ending. I don't know. It's just a thing about me. I like happy endings. I don't like feeling morbid or depressed at the end of a game. And the game that kind of made me feel happy at the end of it, and the game that really like made me smile and made me feel affected was Transistor. That is a game that I beat, and I was like, really, it was a satisfying ending. And for me, that's one of the most important things in games. And I've noticed a lot of indie games have a hard time ending things sometimes. They just depending on the game, they don't even necessarily even have an ending sometimes. But yeah, that is definitely probably the game that my best indie game I've played, and the game that I've enjoyed the most for sure. Next question. Kim asks, if you could make your own indie game, what would you make? I.e., would you do a platformer, a side scroller, etc.? Well, I would do a VR game. I think VR is going to change gaming. I think immersion and existing in a digital space is going to become something that's going to change the way we view gaming. So I would make a VR game, and then I would kind of make it like a story-driven Second Life, where you create an avatar, you create a character, and then you kind of become that character. You kind of escape into another world. The best way to kind of an example of it, there was a show, Caprica, and they kind of put on these headbands, and they went into this other world, and it literally was, it's kind of like a world of almost infinite possibilities, because you can change the entire world to be the fantasy, sci-fi, cyberpunk, whatever, have it. That's why I'm kind of saying Second Life, but more story driven. I feel like having a little bit more of an interactive story where things you have to make decisions and things like that would make it a really just immersive game, would be really dope. And I hope that somewhere out there someone is thinking of that. Think, Dot Hack or Sword Art Online. I mean, those are the types of games I'm thinking of here. Something that really puts you in the character and you exist in that space. I think that'd be really, really cool. Fable Fox asks, where do you see your channel going in the next 12 months? Ooh, okay, well, that's really hard to predict. Like I said, I want to do movie, TV talk stuff. But aside from that stuff, I think more and more, I'm thinking I'm kind of getting pushed towards streaming. I kind of want to do a little bit more of that for sure. I was trying to use the Steam stream, but it's just not as good. So I would have to set up a Twitch channel or a Hitbox channel or something to that effect. And that's definitely something I'm considering for sure. It's going to be an entire other playground that I've never dealt with before, so I'm kind of a little nervous about it. I'm like, no, I don't know if anybody's going to watch or whatever have you. I would also like to go to conventions. I want to go to PAX. I want to go to GDC. I want to take all these places, and I want to film it for you guys. I want to show you guys all the neat stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and I think that'd be kind of really really neat to do those types of videos and that kind of thing. As far as like where the channel's going, well, I'm just going to hope that it keeps growing. I'm going to keep doing videos. I'm going to keep playing indie games. I'm going to keep doing let's plays. In general, I don't really see much changing other than just hopefully we're just going to keep pressing forward and having fun together and hopefully building some sort of a community here. Basically, that's what I'm hoping to do, anyways. And I think that yeah, pretty much covers it. Black Dare asks, what has been the most fun game you've done on your channel? Not necessarily the best, but the most fun. Well, again, this is a friggin' hard one. And I'm going to cheat here a little bit because basically any video I have ever done with Kitty has been one of the most fun experiences I've actually had on this channel. I love those videos. I've actually saved those videos in a very special spot because I never want to lose them. And those were to me the most fun videos I've ever had, was doing videos with her because it included her into this this world, and I really enjoyed that aspect. So any video basically with her, I mean, we did first person lover, and that was just so much fun and so stupid, but it was just really enjoyable because I was doing it with her, and it was just it was entertaining to me. It was a good way to kind of involve her, and I like that aspect. Overbound asks, any plans on doing a Shovel Knight Let's Play? Well, yes and no. I already beat Shovel Knight on my own time, kind of as a personal thing. I actually got it over the winter, and I wanted to play it, so I just beat it on my own time. But I think it'd be kind of fun to do a Plague Knight Let's Play. They're going to be adding this whole expansion pack where you actually get to play Plague Knight, and I think it'd be kind of fun to do a let's play of that, just from how the different perspective and how the different mechanics will work, and using that character, because there's not even like 100 Shovel Knights let's plays. So, but I think a Plague Knight would be kind of fun to play, and I'm actually kind of considering that, depending on how if it's entertaining or if it's anything really all that substantial. That I think that'd be kind of cool. Black Dare asks, what has been the most difficult game slash thing to talk about? Well, I mean, nothing really. I don't like approaching difficult subjects. I'm here to entertain you guys. I want you guys to come here, relax, not have to worry about, any political, religious, anything like that. I don't really try to include that kind of stuff in my channel. I don't like negativity. I don't like bringing confrontation into my channel because I want my channel to be a place that you guys can come to and kind of relax. I'm here to, be entertained, you guys. But the most difficult thing I think I've had a time talking about was sometimes games. Sometimes games that just have a lot of flaws. I'm not going to name any in particular, but I have one in my mind that I know of that was really difficult to talk about because it was just the game had so many issues, and I had to try to just talk about it in a positive light, try to talk about the good things about it. I mean, that's not saying I can't talk crap about a game. I can't say this game sucks, but I don't like doing that. I don't like saying this game is shit. There's nothing redeeming about it. I don't like doing that. I don't think that's a very fair review or first impression type video. So games, there was this one particular game that I played that it was just, everything was just off about it. And I just had such a hard time finding something I kind of liked about it, and it was a very difficult video for me to do. I can't name it though because I don't want to be like that. But yeah, in general, keep things light, keep things fun here on the channel. That is always what I'm trying to do. Tudor asks, when and why did you start your YouTube channel? I initially started my channel, well, the idea of my channel came in July 2013. And basically, I was just looking for something creative to do. I'm actually a game master. I have several games that I play with my kids and Kitty. We role play. We play board games. There's always a lot of creative things going on here in this house, and I was looking for something like a new creative outlet. And then I thought about YouTube would be kind of fun. Plus, it was something I had never tried before. There was a lot of things to learn about it. And I was kind of interested in that aspect. And then I basically started doing it, and I'm like, oh, this is fun. And I started getting feedback, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I did my first indie game, and then I discovered, that world of indie games and how creative people were, and how that there was just not much light on indie games. Not many people, were focusing too much on indie games. Some people were, but I mean, I felt like there should have been more of a spotlight on some of these lesser known games. And then I set myself a goal of doing about 100 subscribers, and then I did that, and that's basically it. I was just basically looking for something creative to do. Tudor followed up with, considering that you consistently produce quality content, are you intending to continue your work with your channel in the long term? Well, thank you first off and foremost for that compliment. I really appreciate that. I don't can product produce quality content. That's a huge compliment. Of course, hopefully, if life will let me, nothing horribly goes wrong. I'm of course going to continue my YouTube channel. I love my YouTube channel. I love interacting with you guys. I love indie games. I love everything about this process. It's just been a very positive experience in my life, a very great creative outlet, like I mentioned earlier. And as long as this basically stays fun for you and me, and it keeps me creatively happy, I don't see any reason that I'll stop this channel ever. But again, it could change, but I don't realistically see that changing anytime soon. Tudor asks, what game do you look forward to most in 2015? No Man's Sky, We Happy Few, Batman Arkham Knight. I would love to say Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't think that's coming out this year. And Star Wars Battlefront. Those are the 5 games that I'm really looking forward to this year. Some of them are indie, some of them are not indie, obviously. But those are the games I'm really looking forward to this year. It's going to be a really cool year in gaming if all those were to come out. Tudor also asked, who, what helped define your personality in such a way that it is now? That would be my brother Martin. When I was younger, my father was a little bit of a deadbeat, and he went away at a very young age in my life and never came back. And my brother took that spot. He kind of rose up, and he took the spot of being kind of like my father. And he introduced me to comics, games, role playing, everything geeky I know is because my brother Martin, and he had a large impact on my life and really shaped my personality, my humor, just a lot of aspects of my life. He really helped uh, encourage me to be who I was and accept what I was, which was basically a geek. So definitely my brother Martin. Sea Otter asks, hi Sea Otter, what is your favorite part of content creation? Feedback. The feedback is definitely my favorite part of creation, guys. Talking to subscribers or developers, hearing, I bought so and so because of your review gives me jollies. I'm like, it gives me happy, joy feelings inside. Hearing that a developer really appreciated the video and was very happy to play it was great. Hearing that you guys liked a let's play, or giving me advice is really helpful. I love the feedback. The feedback is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, my favorite part. But sometimes I'll do things that'll, like, editing can be sometimes fun when you learn a new trick. When you get a new game that you were really looking forward to, that can be really fun. But definitely the feedback, I think, is probably the number one thing for me. That is the most satisfying thing about this, which is also dangerous because it can be somewhat poisonous sometimes. It's not yet. I haven't had a single person ever really be vile to me, but I mean, it's the internet, so it's eventually gonna get to that point. But in general, I just enjoy most of it. But yeah, for now, the feedback and hearing from developers and you guys, I love that part. Sea Otter asked, what is your least favorite part? Looking for new games. And this is kind of like a double-edged sword. I have seen so many survival first-person games. I want to vomit. It's just ridiculous. There's a lot of reiteration of the exact same thing over and over again. But then you find that one game that's really different and unique and has a new idea, and then you get like really super excited. And you're like, yeah, I gotta check this game out. But there's just so many times where I'm just looking for new games to show you guys and to show off here on the channel, and they're just more or less kind of, there's just a lot of them are just the same, the same, and that can get a little bit it's like drudging through mud looking for gold is the best way to describe it. And that's kind of sometimes be very, very tiring. It can be very, very frustrating. Seattle also asked, what is your favorite game that you've played on your channel? I already answered that. That's kind of Transistor. He also asked, at what speed does a 200-meter train have to be traveling in order to fit within a 100-meter tunnel? Well, you see, that would depend on the parallel and depending on its perpendicular angle and vector quantity of the train. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Sea Otter also asked, do you ever finish any of the indie view games you play? Yes. Gunman Clive, Lauren the Amazon Princess, Escape Go 2, Chronology, A Story About My Uncle, Haunt the House, Crawl, The Room, Detective Grimoire, Tasty Blue, Potato Man Seeks the Truth, Sign Motion, and many, many of the indie games of the week I have actually gone through from beginning to end and have beat. I can't say I've beat them all. I mean, there's just a lot of them, and a lot of them are really, really long. But yeah, I do make an effort to play and beat some of them, especially the ones I really, really enjoy. Skylar B asked, are you with or against the New World Order, the NWO from the government, to clarify? Of course I am. I totally support the powers that be. It's not like they run YouTube or anything. Finally, we have a question from Buick Boy. If a subscriber purchases a game or two for you, would you be willing to do a playthrough of it / them? Yes, I will, of course, play a game if you give it to me. I can guarantee you that I will do one video about a game if you were to give it to me, guys. I can promise you that. As far as the Let's Play series goes, that's going to be hit and miss. It really depends if I enjoy the game a lot. I reserve Let's Plays for things that I personally want to play and that I personally enjoy. But I mean, if you want to support me, if you want to send me a game, you think this game would be cool for me to review, you want to give it to me, yeah, I will definitely check it out for sure. I always appreciate that kind of thing. It's always kind of weird though, because I always feel like there's a saying in Game of Thrones from a particular house, and it's that a Lannister always pays his debts, and it's I don't. It's not that I can't. I don't like taking things. It's not that I can't accept gifts. It's just that I have a hard time sometimes accepting gifts because I always want to repay that person. I always want to give back to that person. So when somebody gives me a game, it's like always kind of weird. I'm like, okay, thanks. But yeah, in general, if you give me a game, I'm going to do a video about it for sure. But I can't guarantee a Let's Play series, guys. I have a life. I have a family. There's just so many freaking games to play and only a little amount of time, guys. That wraps up all the questions, guys. Thank you so much again for asking all these questions, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you learned a little bit something about me. I hope I learned a little bit about you, kind of. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned to the channel for more awesome stuff, more giveaways. Always planning on giving away more stuff. Actually, I have a new giveaway coming up here in I think a week or two, a week and a half, maybe, I'm not sure. That'll be pretty freaking awesome, guys. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.